I'm Imran from Easy English. Today our topic is about English conversation. This is very important topic. You need to pay attention for this. This is a fact that English. This is very difficult language for those whose mother tongue is not English. It means that those people whose first language is not English, so for them this is very tough and very difficult to speak, to listen to native speaker, and to use words of English when they are learning this language. So this is a fact which cannot be ignored. But anyhow, there are some tips. If we consider those tips when we are learning English language for the first time, so that can improve our English conversation when we are learning this language. So in today's session I will talk about those tips and those ways which you include in your practice when you include them when you are learning English language. So they can be very helpful for you people when you are learning English language. On the top of this whiteboard you can see English conversation, and here I have written a small sentence, how to improve English. So this is a question. Every person every person has his own idea, his own concept for English improvement, for English learning. What were in my mind to improve English language, to improve English conversation, I have written on whiteboard, and I will share this with you people. This is my first, these things which I have written here. So this is my personal experience with you people, and I want to share this with you. English, it has 4 skills. Maybe you are fully aware about this: speaking, reading, listening, and writing. These are 4 skills. These are included in English language. Speaking, this is related to speak. I'm speaking now. When people they are speaking, when they are making sentences, clauses, when they are talking, so that is called speaking skill. Reading, this is related to read. If you have a newspaper, if you have an article, or you have a book, something like this, and you are reading down the sentences which are written down there, so this is called reading skill. It means you read something. Listening, this is related to listen. Here in this word, T is silent. Listen. We can't say listen. Listen, it is incorrect. Grammatically, it is incorrect. It's wrong. T is silent here. It means listen. Here it is written listening. Listening means to listen when someone is speaking, or you are watching a documentary, a movie, something like this on a television screen, on mobile or on laptop. So you listen other people. That is called listening. Writing, this is related to write down when you have a pen or pencil, marker in your hand, and you copy or you write something, and you are writing sentences on a piece of paper, on a whiteboard or something other. So that is called writing. These are 4 skills of English. When you are giving your IELTS test, or you are giving TOEFL, TESOL, these tests, so many other tests, so you will face with these 4 skills. They are very important when people they learn English language. So this is essential, this is important for those people to have clear idea about these 4 skills. And these 2 are very important. They are speaking and listening. Often people they face with many problems when they are speaking and when they are listening. These are two typical skills to compare these two with these two, reading and writing. Reading and writing, often people they have no difficulty. They have no problem as people normally face with these two skills, speaking skill and listening. So in today's session I will talk about these four, but I will tell more you people about speaking and listening skill. Here you can see English conversation, vocabulary, English channel, practice everywhere, no shame, care of others during talking, use of WH questions, grammar use. It doesn't mean that we have just these tips for English learning. These tips were in my mind. There are many other tips, valuable ideas to improve English conversation, but now I had these ideas, these tips in my mind to improve English, so that is why I have written these here on whiteboard to deliver and to tell more about you people about these tips. On the top you can see English conversation. English conversation, it means talking, speaking. When we talk, when we speak, so this means we are conversing, we are telling about our inner thoughts, about our inner feeling to other people. When people they are making sentences, they are using words and sentence in class or in long or short sentences, so this is called conversation. Conversation can be taken place by different forms. You can you can communicate, you can speak with other people in the form of dialogue. Dialogue means to have more than one, like 2, 3, 4, or more than more than one. When you are a lot, when you have more than one person, so this means dialogue. Dialogue, for dialogue, it is important for you to have a topic, and you will talk about that. You will speak. People they will have be different concept, different ideas. They will defend their ideas. Other people they will tell they will defend their own ideas. So this form of conversation and takes place. So this is called dialogue. So for English conversation, when you are speaking, so it will be a very great positive impact on your English improvement, and it will direct improve your speaking sorry for this, speaking power. So when you have friends, you have your family member, you have sorry, if you have friends, if you have family member and you are not alone, so this is it will be a great chance for you to improve your speaking ability, to improve your speaking power, skills, and you will resolve your problem related to your speaking power, and it will improve your English language direct. So but when you have no one to practice with you, you can talk with yourself alone. For example, you can stand at the front of a mirror. You can talk about yourself. You can talk about your body language, about your facial structure, about your hairstyle, about your class, and many other. And if you are going outside, so you can talk about different things around you. For example, you are outside of your home and you are you are looking homes which are around you, so you can talk about them. If you are in a plain area and things which you can see, so you can also talk about them. So in practice you can do by different palms. When often people they have no one to practice, so for them this is a great chance to practice along with himself or with herself. And this is my personal feeling when I was learning English language. So one of my friends I had in university, and his English was very good. So, and I was very poor. I was not able to speak like him. Once I got this information from him that I speak alone when I have no one to speak with me. I talk about things which are around me whenever I am anywhere. So this is my personal experience I share with you. Second, you can see vocabulary. Vocabulary, it means words which are using in English. So without having strong vocabulary, this is impossible for you to speak fluently and to speak effectively, or to speak well. Vocabulary, it play a great role. Vocabulary, the example of vocabulary is like the parts of machine. If we have parts for machine, so a machine can be formed very easily. Without having parts, or whenever some of the parts are missed when we are forming the machine, so this is impossible for people to form it. So just like date, vocabulary, this vocabulary is needed for construction of English sentences. When we are making sentences, so this we need strong vocabulary. And vocabulary, this play a role like parts, as we are required to have parts for machine, for the formation of machine. So just like that, vocabulary, these form the sentences, and these strong vocabulary make our English very smooth and very strong. So to increase your vocabulary, or to search for suitable vocabulary, we can read newspaper, books, articles, and many other things on internet, like to have access to internet, and there we have a news, or we have an article, or we are reading a book. So there, what we have to do, we have to encircle or underline a word which is new for us. For example, we are reading an article, and there we saw locomotion, and that we saw for the first time, so we have to encircle that. We are, for example, reading a book, and there we saw silly for the first time, and before this, we had no idea what does silly mean. So we have to encircle that, we have to underline that, and then later in our spare time we have to memorize them, we have to remember them, and after that we have to use them when we are speaking, when we are practicing with someone. So by this way you can improve your vocabulary, and this will it will have be a positive impact on your English learning. On one side, when you are using the smart vocabulary when you are speaking, so it will make your speaking smart, smooth, and strong. On the other side, when you are using smart vocabulary, so for example during writing, so when that writing is read by someone, so that will have be a very positive impact on your writing skill. And third, we have English channel. Here in brackets you can see news, documentaries, etc. English channel they have a positive impact on English listening skill. People normally those who has no strong listening power, who has no who have no strong hearing ability, so they can improve and they can resolve their problem when they watch English channel. News channel, there are many news channel like Sky, ABC, which is which you can watch, like ABC channel, Sky, and Al Jazeera. ABC, these are two channels. One is from Australia, and the second ABC that is from America. Both are great, but Australia, the channel which you watch from Australia, so that is much more better for you, especially for those who are learning English for the first time. Their English, people, they can understand very well than American, ABC channel, they speak very fast, very fluent. So when you are on foundation level, you have to watch ABC channel from Australia. And if you are advanced, you have no problem in your listening power, so then ABC, which you can watch from America, so that is also better for you. When you watch English channel, so it will improve your hearing ability, your listening power. And when after that, when you are speaking with someone whose mother tongue is English language, it means that who are native speaker, so you will have no problem and you will understand very well, you will be very clear about them. So this is better for you to watch English channel, and it will improve your listening power. Practice everywhere, home, school, etc. If you are everywhere, if you are at your home, if you are at school, if you are going in your street, in your home street, if you are in your field or in open area, if you are alone or you are someone, so you have to do practice. And it is a common saying that practice make a man perfect. Without having practice, you cannot learn English. You have to do practice. You don't feel shame. You shouldn't care of other people, but you have to speak. You have to speak wrong. It is a very big idea when people, they are learning English for the first time, and they think that if I speak, so other people, they will laugh at me, and they will think that look to this one, how he's speaking, he is not correct, and and his English language. So this is a very negative concepts. You have to forget about this. You have to speak. You have your target. You want to improve your English. So when someone I will give you an example for practice. Like when we have someone and he is learning football, for example, for the first time. So imagine that. Is it possible for that person to play football without having any problem, without having any difficulty? No, this is impossible. When someone learning something for the first time, so he can face with numerous problem, with numerous difficulty. So just like that, when you are learning English language, so you can face with many problems. You will have the problem related to grammar. Maybe you will be not clear about sentence structure. You have very poor vocabulary, and maybe you have some other problem when you are speaking. So all those problems you can resolve when you have a great spare time for practice. So practice make a man perfect. You have to do practice. If you have no one, so you have to do that alone. As earlier I told you that in front of a mirror you can talk about yourself. If you are outside, so you can talk about things around you. No shame, care of others during talking. So it's mean that many people, they have different things in heart, they feel them, but due to shame, too much care of other, they can't explore the idea, the feeling which they have. So after that, this create a big problem for them, and they give up. They then after that they don't want to learn English. So first thing is that no shame, don't shy, don't feel shame, forget about people, consider that they are also learning, or consider that they can't hear us. Don't care of other people, ignore them. When you are, if your first language is another than English, and you are learning, and you are practicing in that language with your friend, or you are speaking alone with yourself, you are going in Hassan and Basel, there are too many people. So in that situation, you have to talk, you have to speak English language. You shouldn't take care of people around you. This will resolve your problem which you have in the form of shame and in the form of care for other people. And this one it come on 6th number, and this is the most important tips, but I reminded it later, so due to this I have written here. You can see use of WH questions, and bracket I have written speaking. Actually this is the most important topic for practice. WH question mean we have 7 WH questions, like what, who, how, when, why, where, and which. These are 7 WH questions. They start by WH letter, and they are very useful for talking. When you are talking and you are speaking English language, you are learning this, so they are very useful for you. You can make small and big sentences, and you can talk with someone with whom you are meeting for the first time, and it has a positive impact both on your speaking and listening power. How? By this you can improve your speaking ability, and when you use them, so definitely you will listen from the opposite side, so you will also improve your listening ability. So try to use these 7 WH questions when you talk, and it will improve your English conversation, your English language. And the last we have grammar use. So when you are on foundation level and you are learning English for the first time, it's mean that very firstly you are learning English, and you just started to learn English. So during that time English grammar is not required for you. You have to ignore this. How? Like make mistakes as many as you want. Don't take care of grammar, ignore grammar. If you are clear about grammar, so use grammar. But if you are not clear, so ignore grammar, and make sentences which you can, and use vocabulary which you have in your mind. fluency and accuracy. So on this level, you don't need to have accuracy. You are needed to have fluency. Fluency means to speak English smoothly. Okay, so fluency, this is required for those who are learning English for the first time. When you understand very well that now I'm better, I can speak English good, and I'm much more better than the past one. So then accuracy means to make a sentence related to grammar in the light of grammar rule, and you have very few mistakes in grammar, and you have few mistakes in your English conversation. So it means you are going toward accuracy. It comes on the second number, and fluency at his first number when you are learning English. So grammar, don't take tension about grammar. You have no stress when you are making sentences. Grammar you can use later when you started to make sentences, and you have no problem when you are speaking. So then you can use grammar. But when you are learning English, for the first time, so this time grammar it's not required for you, because to use grammar during your first conversation, so it will create problem for you. That will not resolve your problem. It will increase your problem. So this is the last tip which I had. These were tips in my mind to improve your English. If you have any problem, or you want to advise with me, and you want to solve your problem, and you are learning English for the first time and want to improve, so you can comments below. I'll be glad to answer your comments. And if you like this channel and this session, so please subscribe to this, and like this